What is up, my bros? It's your boy 2KROs here on the Bucks to Men channel, bringing you not an action figure toy review. See, I'm going to be taking a slight hiatus. I'm just waiting on other figures to arrive before I continue my reviews. You will see, though, when this video goes up, also at the same day, the SH Figure Chinkocho Seiho Old Ichigo review going up. But until then, I did put out a request on Twitter for all my followers and potentially viewers to vote on which custom figures they would like to see me showcase. Now, when I say custom figures, I mean the ones I've been creating. As you guys know, I've been customizing since 2014, actually, but I only really got really adequate, say at it, in the past like 5 or 6 years. So I wanted to go ahead and kind of highlight on some of the figures that people wanted to see. And really, only one person responded. Shout out to you, Tom. Soling Chew on Twitter. They wanted to see, so I'm going to be showcasing what kind of spurred on me going beyond just quick repaints and things like that, actually customizing things into completely different characters. My DC Marvel Legends. Now you might be confused by why I say DC Marvel Legends. These are actually Marvel Legends characters that I've turned into DC characters using various different accessories and things like that. So our very first one is the one that started it all, which is my favorite of the Robins. Well, he's no longer Robin. He is Nightwing. Okay, here is my custom Nightwing. Now, as you can see here, he actually takes his body from the recent Marvel Legends comic Black Panther. I wanted a bulky Nightwing, or more like muscular Nightwing. I know Nightwing is usually supposed to be like the agile one. Jason's more of the bruiser of the Robins, but I really wanted to use this one for Dick because honestly he is easy to repaint into it. So yeah, you can see here, just setting them side by side where they take a lot of their parts from. Now for his head, I actually used a Lightning Collection Adam Parks head. So I think it was either from the MMPR Black release or from Zeo Green. I'm not quite sure. I have to double check. But I did sculpt over it with his domino mask. So let me get him a little closer. See, go focus. Zoom out a bit, actually. There we go. See, I sculpted in his domino mask. I painted over the eyes with white, or a metallic pearl white. Sculpted this new part of the hair. Kept his hair pretty much all the same. Just repainted it over with black, just to match up to the sculpted hair. On his body, I actually used a paint pen initially to make the markings for Nightwing. It goes all the way on the back too. And then I went over it very, very briefly with some metallic blue. I sculpted over his gauntlet pieces so they'd be as smooth as possible, but as you can see, they're still a little bit off, but I don't mind. This is my custom. I'm gonna keep it that way. His hands are actually just normal holding hands from a different figure. I just repainted them over with black and then added the blue. His Eskrima sticks are actually the purging sticks from Mobius, from Marvel Legends Mobius. I got the idea from my friend Maggie. Shout out to Maggie for that idea. You can see he still retains all his circulation. He does have that Black Panther mod, so he actually has a full range of motion with his butterfly joints, so he can actually go, for some reason, if you wanted to, have him jumping up like this. Yeah, full articulation. I also sculpted over his boots so they'd be as smooth as I could, and replaced his feet with actually from a Power Rangers Lightning Collection figure boots. So now see, as soon as I started working on Dick, I wanted to create the other Titans, so I did make a Raven. I'm actually not that really happy with her. I'm actually going to redo her legs at a later point. And I started working on Starfire, but Starfire honestly has not been coming out right as well. I saw that we did get a new Marvel Legends Squadron Supreme. Basically, they're analog to Wonder Woman. I don't know her name exactly. I just know that she's part of the Squadron Supreme. But I'll be using that as the base body for Starfire when I get it in. So, yeah, this is Nightwing. And if you guys are wondering what kind of materials I use, well, I mostly paint with acrylics. I hand paint most of my stuff. The only time I really spray is when I'm doing a clear coat, or if I really want to cover up just everything entirely in one color. I actually started recently using dyes, dye more, synthetic dyes. So that's what I'm using on the next custom. But for this one, I used for the sculpting Tamiya epoxy putty. You can get this on Amazon for about $9.99. I've been going really into using this material, and you'll see that with my next custom, which I'm going to bring out here right now. Keeping on with the DC train, I actually wanted to go with one of my favorite villains. I actually grew up with watching the Batman animated series with Kevin Conroy, rest in peace. And that introduced a certain character of mine that has been made a favorite. There has been like certain iterations of her that I don't like, but it introduced Harley Quinn. Now this is my custom Harley Quinn. Using a combination of parts actually for her. I did use the Shriek body, but I did use mostly spinneret pieces. You can see that from the head sculpt, this leg, that arm actually too. The feet, I believe I did. No, this foot particularly. And then her little ankle covers. Yeah. Now with her, like I said, I sculpted over the head. I kept the bangs, I cut off the side of the hair and the bun, I sculpted over, and then I used wire to shape the little Harlequin pieces on her head. And then sculpted the little ball pieces at the end there. So I painted over it. Let me see if I can get it in focus. I love the lighting. Just the lighting there. I painted over the face with white, then painted with a very thin black around the domino mask, painted black over her lips, and then used gloss matte finish to go over her eyes. And that's funny, gloss matte finish, but it's supposed to be a matte finish, but it came out glossy to go over the eyes and then on the lips so that they shine. Sculpted her little like kind of head neck piece thing over, and then we painted the body bit by bit. Really, so like you can see her diamonds on here, diamond on the butt, diamond on the arms right here, diamond on the ankle over here. Yeah, painted it all over her. Now I don't have a mallet, so I gave her one of the Inner Demon's bats and one of the Inner Demon's guns. So, or no, actually this gun might be from Black Widow. Not Black Widow, Yelena. See her, zoom back out. Right there. Move Black Panther out of there real quick. Set up next to Mr. Grayson. Yeah, she has the same articulation points, so as you would expect from spinneret, so full rotation, elbow joints, double jointed elbows, but I think it's because of the dye that I used. It is a little bit stiff in comparison. Diaphragm joint all around. I did try to paint in there, but you can see that there was some paint scuffage right here. This is the Shriek lower torso. Yeah, her head. Because it uses the Shriek body, her neck joint is actually, there's a lot of a gap, but I don't mind. She can actually look down that far. Full rotation. Double joint elbow on that side too. Rotation here. She uses one of the Black Widow hands on this side, and then one of Spinneret's hands painted on this side. Keep that far up, both sides. Rotation at the thigh. Double joint knees, which you can see this is the Spinneret leg because there is still some white there from where the dye did not hit. And this one is the Shriek leg because it's all black. That's stiff. I probably should have heated her up first, but it's fine. And of course, the ankle pivot. The ever-present ankle pivot. Yeah, Harley was one of my favorites. I actually have a buddy who does want me to commission, or wants to commission one for me. So, I'll paint that up. Yeah, the last member is another Batman rogue or Batman villain. This one, though, I do not have the original base figure to use because I used that base figure. I just happen to have the extras of Spinneret and Black Panther because they were actually quite easy to find on Mercari. But speaking of Black Panther, so the head from this Black Panther went on to become the head of this Bane. So I used Ravager Thor's body as the base body for Bane here. As you can see. The little neck piece down here was added afterward. That's actually from the, I think it's a Bone Crusher Build-A-Figure piece. So now he has, oh, I think that's Harley. He has all the sculpting on his arms and his hands, as well as his boots. Use a Tamiya sculpting or epoxy putty. There, I repainted his flesh tone and then added a little bit of streaks of that, I told you guys, the glossy matte finish on him to kind of add a little bit of the muscle definition, but I did add a little bit of the like kind of yellowish green to pop up on some veins on him. Yeah, I sanded down the ears from the Black Panther and then just repainted over his face. I didn't really mind that this is kind of like rough or gruff. I think that kind of fits for Bane, kind of making him look like, you know, he just took the mask and just painted it over himself. His little venom tube over here is actually made of bendy wire with coating. So I actually went over that with a metallic paint pen, the same one I used for the veins. So it still look a little translucent in some lighting. It's a little hard, a little solid. So it's actually stuck right here in the back of his head. So if you do want to move his head or move his head off, it'll still be attached to this. There, we painted his entire midsection with black. You can still see a little bit of the blue from the original color of the jeans there. I tried to sculpt on his regulator thing on his belt, but did not quite work, so I just made this black piece and then a little silver in the middle. Yeah, and then also we painted over his legs and the boots all in black. Added a little bit of silver details here. But yeah, I really wanted to use Ravager Thor for Bane, but I kind of claim this as his, you know, he hasn't used Venom yet because he is only a little bit taller than Dick Grayson or by Nightwing. Definitely a lot taller than Harley, though. So that's fine by me. So this is like pre-Venom pumping Bane. But yeah. So guys, that is my custom showcase of showing what I've made so far in terms of the DC Marvel Legends. So if you guys haven't liked this video, like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what you guys want to see next. I recently put up in my shorts these Street Fighter customs, or Street Fighter Power Ranger customs of Ken and Cammy. So if you guys want to see me kind of go over their details, just let me know. Again, you can follow me on my social media, which is TrueKROs or twitter.com/TrueKROs, or our Bugs2Men Twitter, as well as my threads and my Instagram, which are ReggieRay93. And then you can also check us out, or you can also check Gary out at GBakes93. So yeah, if you guys haven't liked this video, be sure to let me know what you want to see next. Thank you. Bye.